Yo, you ready to mock?
I'm ready to mock. I'm over here. I'm ready.
Let's mock and roll, baby.
Mock and roll. I love it. All right. Let's get into a 7-round mock here for the Packers. We're going to try to do this every show as we close in on the draft. Man, I get great feedback on these mocks. Most of the time we're getting roasted, but it's nice to just kind of learn and see where these guys are going to end up falling in this year's draft. So 7-round, you guys want me to take it to 23 right off the bat, and then we'll see if you guys want to trade back or what have you. This is going to be Tim and Emilio working the board tonight. So here we go.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Emilio's the GM. I'm just the senior advisor.
Mock draft database for those of you on the pod.
Yeah, so if anybody's wondering, what Tim just said is blame Emilio. This is Emilio. Right? And look at this. Of course, Tim, it would fall just right for him. Look who's on the board at 23. Jade Barron. Michael Williams.
If you want to run that card, Emilio, I'll co-sign that.
Jihad Campbell, welcome to the. No, I'm kidding.
Malachi Starks, you are a Packer.
Okay, but really quickly though, I would not at all put that past Goody if Jihad Campbell and I really could see him taking him at 23 and going, hey, our linebacker room is set. We'll square up the rest of the draft in rounds 2 and 3. I can't believe you fell.
No doubt. What do you want to see here, Emilio? Do you need to see anything?
I honestly don't think I need to see any more. I think I am going to take Jade Barron. He's top of the board here at 14. I like the fact that, hey, I mean, if we're still up in the air at corner and we need to get it squared away, I think that the D line is so deep in this draft, 20 to 30 of them going in the first 3 rounds, that if it falls this way, you have time to make it up for it in the second and third round. I think I'm going to have to run the corner card up, but I would love to get input from my senior associate here.
I'm kind of leaning the same way you are on this one, Emilio, because it does kind of like right out of the gate just kind of address that corner issue in this draft. The only thing I would say is, possibly look at a trade back a couple spots, but then looking at Jade Barron, I mean, we could trade back 1 or 2 spots. He'd probably be off the board in the next couple of picks. So I think if this is your guy, this is our guy. I'm with you. Let's run the card.
Number 16 on the big board. I see people saying he's a slot corner, guys. He's not just a slot corner. Yep. He's not just a slot corner. And again, he's too small. He's the same size as Jair Alexander.
What would it look like if we traded back to Houston?
Let's take it.
Man.
Just 2 spots. All right, Minnesota, you get a shot. And
all right, let's see what happens if we try to go back to Houston, right? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you want to try to pick up a third, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, they probably won't give us a 79, will they?
They will not. No, sir.
I would take the 89 if possible.
Right, let's reset here. Let's come back to Houston. You're saying 25 and 89. Now, they ain't going to do it. Now, you want to try to give something back, Emilio?
No.
Nothing. Yeah.
Right. No deal. He said, no soup for you.
Wait.
Here we go.
Wait.
I'm not giving D'Amico Ryans and them guys any extra ammunition down there.
Give them either the 7th, that 237, or that 6th, 198. Maybe the 6th.
So you want to try to give the 198?
Yeah.
Right?
See that. Yeah.
They said try again, my friend.
Okay, never mind that.
Let's just draft our guy.
Barron, get on here. We tried.
All right. We're going to do Jade Barron, the 16th best prospect on our board. Again, very versatile. He's one of the corners that we've got a V. We had a V on his name from the jump. He can play outside. He can play inside. He's a baller. This dude, I don't know if you guys have heard him. Ryan did a good job breaking down his interviews and stuff. This guy is a freaking – he sounds like a 8-year vet in a rookie is what he sounds like. Really, really, I would be over the moon.
And Jade Barron is tier 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in our 5th tier there, right? He is above Michael Williams on a tier grade, above Ibuka, above Campbell. So he is that next tier up. He's in the same one along with Shamar Stewart and Walter Nolan on the board.
Love it. All right, here we are now at pick 54.
Don't even ask me who I'm picking here.
Jalen Milroe, Carson Swisinger. We got Jaden Higgins on the board at 54. This is Jade Barron and Jaden Higgins using this same site has not happened in so long, man. Xavier Watts, JT Tuamaloa, You've got Darius Alexander, Quinshawn Judkins, Elijah Arroyo, TJ Sanders. What positions do you want to see here, Dale?
I need to see D-line, Clay.
All right, D-line, you got Darius Alexander, you got TJ Sanders. That would be good value here. Top 30 visit as well. Josh Farmer, Omar Norman Lott, Deion Walker, Ty Robinson, Jordan Phillips, CJ West.
Wow. And then just edge really quickly.
All right. Edge, you got JT Tuamaloa out of Ohio State, then Jack Sawyer, his teammate, Braden Swinson in the 64 spot, Oladejo at 68, Josiah Stewart at 80, Ashton Gelati at 91.
Tim is not – I'm going to have to defend my pick here, but I think I'm going to take TJ Sanders out of South Carolina.
Ooh, Tim.
Tim, now hear me out here. Okay.
Well, hold on. I'm a defensive guy. So
okay, let me pitch.
I'm not that upset with you at all.
All right, not 22 didn't look great, 729, right? 23 jumps way up, 199. 24, 31st best. PFF had him at 32, and consensus had him 59th. DJ had him 42nd, 33rd had him 52nd, and Dane had him 60th. He had a -5 RAS, so a 9+, and Greg Cosell really liked him with a -3. Didn't get the -5, but a -3. He is a captain. Packers met with him, threshold fit, and he is a top 30 visit.
Where's he on our board? One more time. Yeah. Where's he on our board?
On our board, 39th. He's leading the tier. I'm not tier 40. He's leading.
So for people who are saying you're crazy to take TJ Sanders over Jaden Higgins, where's Jaden Higgins on the board?
Jaden Higgins is actually the tier below him, tier 45, with Jack Sawyer, Alfred Collins, Trey Harris.
And again, when you look at the importance, the reason, if you guys look at our board, if you're in the Patreon group, you've got access to our draft board. If you're not in the Patreon group, scan the QR code in the upper right or go to patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. You'll notice that defensive tackle, edge, offensive tackle, and quarterback are all lit up green. It's because they're tier 1 positions of importance, period, case closed. So way more important than a wide receiver. Now, is TJ Sanders going to be a better NFL pro than Jaden Higgins? I don't know, right? But I mean, you're going off the board. You're sticking to the board. You're also sticking to that tier of importance. I know people are going to hate you for passing up on Higgins for TJ Sanders, but this makes all the sense in the world. It really does.
Right. It's just like when you go to school, right? You graduate college, you just get the certificate. It doesn't matter what your grades were in between. I think that we go ahead and bring Sanders in here.
All right. Coach Lynn brings up a great point. He says trade back in the second and still get TJ Sanders. Here's the issue, right? We're picking at 54. Sanders is ranked 60th on this mock draft system. So if we went back like 3 spots and tried to pick up a late round pick, you're risking losing him for what, to maybe pick up a 6th or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's tough. If you trade back and you lose a guy that is hands down the best on the board, right? You lost him because you were trying to get a 6th or something, that's a tough look. Really
I have him 39th on the board. I think that's a screaming deal getting him 54th. Like the only other way I would want to do it is pull together a bunch of those picks at the end and try to get another one up in the top 100. But right now, I don't even think it's worth it.
I like what Coach Lynn's saying there, though. I like the thought process.
No, definitely.
Can we grab some more value? Dave C says, don't risk it. There you go. And let's see here. PJB in the chat says, where's my guy? Let's see here. Long snapper. Austin Brinkman's still there.
Okay. We might be able to snag him later.
Be there later. All right, so we're going with TJ Sanders, ain't we, Emilio?
Tim, did I sell him to you? Are we good with it?
Oh, you don't have to sell him that hard. And even though I'm the president of the Jaden Higgins fan club, I'm going to lean with your judgment here. I agree. I think we should take TJ Sanders. Let's do it.
Before we do it, H.E. Soder asked a question here. Okay. How much better is Sanders than, say, West or Roberts? So go to the, just try to scroll down beyond Sanders and see where
West would be the next one, right?
Yes, we have him a 177th, Tim.
What about Roberts, Elijah Roberts? I'm imagining that is.
Roberts is 105.
So, you're talking about Roberts. You're talking about 70 spots, Soder,
Right. Roughly. Roberts is in the same tier as Jacob Bayer, the center from Arkansas State.
I wanted to bring that question up because I love the way the chat's thinking. Like, all right, which Can you get just as good a value later, right? So
this is
Robertson's a dog though, 91.1 grade last year.
Yep, and versatile too. Looked like they had
Yep.
him at edge and D line, but I think that just looking, hey, I almost would be willing to double up depending on who falls in, on the next pick. Looking at these D linemen, look at it like Musgrave and Tucker Kraft, right? We took Musgrave, but then you followed it right back up, took another tight end, and we were freaking out, right? Back-to-back tight ends, what's going on? It's where the draft is full.
Yep, definitely. And another one, and we got to move quick. I'm the one dragging this along. This is nobody's fault but mine. Somebody asked in the chat here, who was it? They asked about Swinson, or they just mentioned Swinson. Who was it here? I know here we go. Prince. Swinson being there at 54 is a gift. So they've got Braden Swinson at 64 here on the board. Where do we have Braden Swinson on our board? Because I know Greg Cosell loved him. I think he liked him way more than our board liked him, though.
Swinson is 85th.
Okay, got it. So, yeah, TJ Sanders all day long. Yeah. All right, let's do it. TJ Sanders with the 54th pick. The Green Bay Packers are selecting defensive tackle TJ Sanders out of South Carolina. Give him a
and TJ Sanders wasn't as JT from Ohio State, but 6 spots ahead of him. So
got it. Good stuff, man. All right, here we are at pick 87, Amelia. You've already taken a cornerback and a defensive tackle. Best on the board, linebacker Demetrius Knight, interior offensive lineman Tate Ratledge, interior offensive lineman Marcus Bowe, Tyler Shuck, quarterback, Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle. What position would you like to see, sir?
Give me tackles, I guess. Let me just see who's out there.
All right. Tackles, you got Ozzie Trapillo, Emory Jones Jr., Anthony Belton, and Holland Pierce.
Don't think we need to go there quite yet. All right, and then just interior line. I know we had Bo on there. Who else was in there?
Oh, interior?
Yeah, let's see.
Tate Ratledge, Bo, Jared Wilson, probably your eyes. Where's Tate Ratledge on the board? Because we're a little lower on him. Some people had him as a first-round pick for a long time.
Yeah, let's see. Tate here is 61st.
Okay, so that would be good value, right? What about is Bo lower than him?
Bo, I'm pretty sure was actually ahead of him. Nope, Bo's 74. Okay, so Tate would be the move there.
Okay.
Now
let's look at wide receiver. You want to? Is that all right with you?
Please.
Kyle Williams, Torrey Horton. Where's Torrey Horton on our big board? Is it 10 something? Am I thinking right? We just broke him down.
Yes, he's 108.
Jalen Royal.
Here I could potentially see a little trade back and working like the hundreds.
Like 5 or 6 spots.
Yeah, like trade me back to Baltimore, 91st, and then kind of go from there.
Okay,
so Jalen Royals off the board?
Who's that?
Jalen Royals, is he off the board?
He is, yes, sir. He's gone.
I like your idea, Emilio. Trade back here if we can.
So you want to try to go to roughly what pick you think?
I would take Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
91st there.
All right, so we're going to go. That's what in the world? Oh, it's hung up. Are you kidding me right now? Let's see here. Trade. What is going on? It's hung up. They ain't going to let us do it, bro. Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Get out of here. Let me try it one more time. Let's see if we can.
I'll trade with Houston.
Now let me switch. All right, so you want to go Baltimore?
Yeah.
What is going on here? There we go. Okay. So you're saying give up 87 for 91 and see what they'll give us back, right? What do you want to try for here?
I would give them that fifth 159 and let me see if I can get their 129 here.
Ooh,
nice.
Okay.
Now you know why I made him the GM, Clayton.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks. So for everybody listening on the pod that can't see what we just did here trade-wise, we're going to give pick 87 and 159 for pick 91. So we're going to trade back 4 spots, and we're basically going to flip that 5th rounder at 159 into a 4th rounder at 129. Right, Emilio?
I like that. Yep. Give me up another 30 spots.
And we're going to pray to sweet baby Jesus that Torrey Horton's still there, right? Is that what we're thinking?
Come on, Torrey. Come on. This is for Rusty.
This is for Rusty. He said,
Let's see.
Look, we're getting another offer, 1 pick.
It's Seattle. We're not giving them anything.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you. That's what
Torrey Horton is on the board.
All right, so again, Torrey Horton or one of these interior offensive linemen, right, Emilio?
Yeah, pull those back up real quick. Oh, they're all still there? Wow. D-line. Okay. Give me D-line real quick, and if I just blow this whole thing up here.
Omar Norman Lott.
No, they're down a little further. Tez we have ahead, but I just don't like Tez's build. So I think he's kind of be off the board. Yeah, I think it's got to be either Torrey or Bo.
I agree. Yeah. I'm gonna say Torrey Horton in honor of Jacob.
I like that, Tim.
As much as I hate to go against my boy from Tulsa East, Milwaukee's own, Mr. Bo.
Chat's loving it, boys. Greg Rouse says Celio's cooking.
So if I'm following the ball, go to linebackers real quick. Is Demetrius Knight still sitting there?
No. Danny Stutzman and Chris Paul Jr. are.
Okay, so then it would either have to be Bo at interior lineman who's a threshold fit, or we go with the top 30 visit of Torrey Horton, who's a captain threshold.
Or do we take a peek at edge?
Let's see it. I'll get us back on track here, Clay. I promise.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. Ashton Gelati, Jared Ivey. Jared Ivey's that dude that he's really, really high on our board, but he just doesn't meet the thresholds. The reason we wait till later every time, or else we would take him a lot earlier, I believe. So, yeah.
Okay, click on running back real fast on your way to wide receiver.
We went everywhere. Dylan Sampson, DJ Giddens, Damian Martinez, Beshul Tootin.
Tootin. Okay. All right.
Ollie Gordon.
I think Torrey's got to be the man here.
All right, we're going to go Torrey Horton. Now, listen, you're going to get a bad grade.
Yeah, I am.
Because they're suggesting Kyle Williams, who's lower on our board but higher on theirs, right? Torrey Horton is 105. It's going to look like a reach, but I'm with you. I think now's the time to get him. You could trade back a few more spots, but you're risking losing him for sure. So, going Torrey Horton with the 91st pick. The Green Bay Packers are taking him out of Colorado State. Not bad, B+.
Okay.
Right. I'm liking this draft, though. It's looking pretty solid, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, see, that's a long wait in between picks there, though.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here we are at pick 124. Then we got pick 129 as well, just five spots apart there. Best available quarterback, Will Howard. Tight end, Terrence Ferguson. Offensive tackle, Anthony Belton. Defensive lineman, Ty Robinson. Running back, DJ Giddens. Safety, Billy Bowman. And cornerback, Dorian Strong. There's Danny Stutzman and Barrett Carter as well. What do you want to see?
I almost don't think I need to look any further. I'm pretty sure it's going to be our boy Anthony Belton. He is technically DJ Giddens is a tier above him, but Anthony Belton is a Packers fit, 30 visit, tackle with a -3 RAS. Not too shabby.
What that means, yep.
Tootin is ahead, Parrish. And let's just look at corners real quick.
Mm-hmm. Corners, you got Dorian Strong, Denzel Burke, Quincy Riley, Kobe Bryant, and Jordan Hancock. Dorian Strong was kind of high, right? Wasn't he like the athletic freak?
I think he was. I think, though, looking at it, the fact that I do have Barron, I think he's going to be the one starting. We do have Strong at 160. So
gotcha.
I think I'm going to have to go with the tackle there, Mr. Belton.
All right. So with the 124th pick, Emilio is taken, according to the mock draft database, the 98th best prospect. Great value there. Where's he at on our board again, Anthony Belton?
Anthony Belton is 136 on our board.
So right around that range, according to our board. So here we go. Anthony Belton, offensive tackle out of NC State. A+, crushed it. My man's cooking. He's cooking with Crisco. All right. Pick 129, Emilio. You're right back on the clock. Best available, Ty Robinson, defensive tackle. DJ Giddens, running back. Billy Bowman, safety. Dorian Strong, corner. Danny Stutzman, linebacker.
Barrett, D-line and edge is kind of what I need to see.
Yeah. Jared Ivey is their edge. Great value, right? And then defensive line would be Ty Robinson.
Whoa, CJ West.
Where's CJ West again? I already asked you once. I apologize.
CJ West, 177.
Okay, so
we have him lower.
Where's Ty Robinson? I wonder. Out of Nebraska, defensive tackle.
Robinson. Whoops. Ty is no, it's a wide receiver. Sorry. Ty Robinson, 146.
Okay, so that's
That's not bad.
It
I
isn't.
think though it's either going to be Elijah Roberts or Jared Ivey.
Yeah, Jared Ivey should be pretty high. I want to say he's in the top 100, definitely, right?
Yeah, he is. Elijah Roberts we have at 105. Okay, he is a captain wrestler. Packers met with him and a top 30 visit. Edge versatile out of SMU, or Ivy at 52 with just a Senior Bowl. But he just doesn't have the RAS is all it is. He's got a 0 RAS.
All right. That's damn though. That's great value according to our board. Hey, that's where you talk about production over production over traits, right? So we're going Ivy here.
Tim, I need a little help here.
Here, I'll make it easy for you. Run the
card. Run the card. Is that it, Emilio? We going Ivy?
Yeah, bring him in.
Right. 129 with the 129th pick, the Green Bay Packers are selecting edge defender out of Ole Miss, Jared Ivey.
Bang, B plus. Look at that grade point average.
Hey, I'll take that all day long.
All right.
I've got a while until I pick because I got rid of that fifth.
Got 3 picks left, 198, 237, 250. So far, Emilio has taken, with the 23rd pick, Jahdae Barron, cornerback out of Texas. With the 54th pick, TJ Sanders, defensive tackle out of South Carolina. 91st, Torrey Horton, wide receiver out of Colorado State. 124, Anthony Belton, tackle out of NC State. And then Jared Ivey, edge defender out of Ole Miss at 129. What do you want to see, sir?
I guess take me back to D-line. Let me see if I can't find another 3-tech to just stow in there.
Kind of slim, right? You got a couple of Notre Dame guys, Riley Mills, Howard Cross the third, Ty Hamilton out of Ohio State, Cam Jackson. None of those really grabbed my attention.
I'd almost rather wait for Cam Horsley or something later.
Yeah. Wish that's where the only thing I think I could have maybe is doubled up on D-line sort of in the middle there, but Torrey slipping to 91, I had to take it. So
J. Cole said, look at Cam Jackson. Where do we got Cam Jackson at?
Mr. Cam Jackson is 270 on our board.
He's a little lower on our board there.
Just for fun, can we see corner?
Absolutely, man. Jordan Hancock, Bial Cone. We got Justin Wally, Robert Longerbeam, Jalen Smith, Elijah Huzzy, Jamari Harris. I want to say Jamari Harris we were a little big on, right? If I remember correctly.
Donald Fortune still on the board, or is he?
Jamari Harris, 128 for Jamari Harris.
That's good value there. You said O'Donnell Fortune. It looks like he's gone.
He's gone.
Okay, swing me back over to running backs quick, Clay.
Mm-hmm. Running backs, you got Brashard Smith, Trevor Etienne, Jarquez Hunter, Kyle Monanagai, maybe. Kalel Mullings, Jaquavius Marks, and Taj Brooks.
It would either be ETN Hunter or them. Let me just see here. I think no. So it'd be ETN. Let me see tight ends, and we might be able to get somebody here.
Mitchell Evans, Rondé Gatson, Thomas Fadome, CJ Dupree. Rondé Gatson, where's he on our board? Is he low? I get him and Fannin mixed up. I think
he's 180 on our board.
Yeah, so he's a little low. I mean, it'd be good value here for sure, but
right. Mitchell Evans is higher than him, but you told me to stay away from Mitchell Evans, right?
Yeah, it's just that was the big knock on him was like, man, you turn on the tape at Notre Dame and you know, and listen, they went to the national championship, don't get me wrong, but it was just like it just felt like he took plays off, man. I hate to say that, but it did kind of feel like that. And I'm not the only person that caught on to it. It was just sometimes it was, and maybe we got spoiled watching Michael Mayer and all the other great tight ends, and we were expecting so much out of Mitchell Evans.
Right.
It kind of feels like he shut it down sometimes. But again, where's he at on our board?
I'm sorry, that is Evans.
Yeah, Mitchell Evans.
He is one tier higher at on the Getson. Sorry. I lost him right here. 154.
154. Okay.
But with a threshold fit, he's 2-3 tiers higher than Rondé Gatson.
And you know, I probably should guard my words a little bit. You guys know though, I'm very like I don't want to come across like he's Notre Dame guy. I love him. I try to find the negative in the guys that played for my favorite college programs because I never want to come across like just because they played for my college team, I want them on the Packers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But the numbers is what I like. I mean, he was PFF 22, he was 94th. 23, he was 11th. PFF 24, he was 88th. Big board, PFF had him 186. Consensus had him 154. 33rd had him 136. He had a -1 RAS. The only thing Gadsden has on him is a -3 RAS. But Gadsden also missed 23 because he was injured.
Gotcha. And again, like that's just my eye watching the game going, man, it feels like he's not really giving all the effort. And then hearing the friends over at Irish Breakdown, one of my favorite podcasts, they said the same thing. I was like, I'm glad I'm not the only person that's
okay. All right. I'll trust the knowledge. I think we can bring in Gadsden here and bring a little competition to that tight end room. But I'd love to hear input from the advisor here, Tim. I need a little help.
Cameron Jackson, D-line. Did we look at him? Is he still on the board?
Cam Jackson. Yep.
In Florida. Where is he on our board?
I'm pretty sure he's a little bit lower.
I think we have him lower. This
270.
is
270. Yeah.
270. Okay, so can we put a pin in him maybe for how many picks we got left? 3? Maybe we take him last.
He'll probably be gone after this one though.
Mm-hmm.
Howard Cross is 214.
Then I like the tight end then here.
Okay.
And the one my pick would be what was the cornerback we looked at, right? Who'd we say Jamari Harris was ranked kind of high, right?
Yeah.
But we can get him later, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I think let's Jamari Harris, we had him at 128.
Yeah. So if you
so we're going to Rondé Gadsden here then?
I think so.
Yeah, and Jamari Harris is set in the 268 spot, so you could probably get him maybe able to wait till 250, you know?
Yeah. I think I like that.
All right, so you're going to go a Rondé guy. I feel bad talking you out of Mitchell Evans, and I'm supposed to be an Irish fan. Just telling you what I heard. You know what I mean?
I appreciate the honesty, or else we wouldn't be anywhere.
You're a Packer fan first, Clayton. Come on. Right.
And again, like with the whole James Pierce Jr. thing, you guys know I'm not just this is confirmation. I'm not just the players can never do anything wrong. It seems like sometimes you get stamped with that, like. You know, there's nothing there with James Pierce Jr. With Mitchell Evans is like we kind of see firsthand is that I don't know, man. Maybe he was already thinking I'm going to the pros. I'm not really in the moment type thing. So.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Rondé Gadsden.
Please.
Right, probably gonna get a bad grade and it's my fault, but Rondé. Oh,
look at this guy.
Okay, we're doing all right.
Crushing it. All right, so Rondé Gadsden is the pick at 198. All right, now coming back to the Packers here. Let's just I want to see if Jamari Harris is still there. He is, of course. So he'll probably be there at 250. There's still quite a few corners ahead of him, like 4 or 5 ahead of him. So what do you want to see, Emilio? So far you've went corner, D-line, wide receiver, offensive tackle, edge, and tight end.
I feel like I want another look at D-line.
That a boy.
And again, when people are probably hearing this and going, there's not another spot for D-line. Colby Wooden has not lived up so far, right? So this would kind of be someone that would compete for his spot.
And right. Kenny Clark is not getting younger.
Kenny Clark's due $31 million next year?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. And he's going to be 31 years old. So, look at Tim Smith. Is that Tim's buddy there? Tim Smith.
Out of Bama.
We have him 350 on the board.
Where's Ty Hamilton at, man?
Ty Hamilton. He is 287.
So really no D lineman making sense here, is there?
No, but I think we do need to dive back through some of those consensus numbers that we're missing.
Okay.
Damn Horsley.
I know. Damn
Horsley.
Let me see Barrow. Where's Barrow Jr. here? Barrow we have at 182.
Oh, that'd be good value here, Emilio.
He doesn't have a threshold, though, on him, unless Clayton missed one, which I don't think. But his numbers are nice, 22, 115, 23, 208, 24, 40th. And then PFF Big Board had him 114. Consensus had him 242.
Gotcha. All right.
He's in the same tier. He's actually 2 spots behind Rondé Gadsden.
Oh, wow. So, that's solid then.
I think –
probably get a bad grade from them, but that's all right because there's 2 guys they think.
Take me back to running back real quick.
You're really on running back, aren't you?
I think we need one.
Ollie Gordon, he's still on the board.
Ollie Gordon is gone, sir.
Damn.
Out of here.
Hold on. I was typing into a box. That's good. I lost. There we go.
Jaquavius Marks.
Who's the Marks as the top one here?
Greg Rice asks, why do we need a running back? Because they tend to get hurt.
I do like that Jaquavius Marks, 140 on our board. PFF 2261, 82 23, 60th 24. 0 RAS though.
That's tough.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go get the Miami D lineman, and then we'll circle back. Actually, just take me to linebacker real quick. I know we just hit 120.
Cody Simon, Teddy Buchanan, Cody Lindenberg, and look at Sean Dolak.
Oh boy!
Hold up, now, I'm just gonna say this. If you do not draft Sean Dolak on your mock draft, but you've tried, look at him put his head down, but you've tried to talk me into it every time, sir, we're going to have an issue here tonight.
Okay. All right. Deal. Take.
You don't have to take him, Amelia. Your reputation's on the line here. Mine was on the line last night. That's why it was okay for me to take him. So
yeah. Jeez. Okay, all right. Take me back to the D lineman and go ahead and bring in the Miami dude, Barrow.
All right, so we're going to go Simeon Barrow, defensive lineman out of Miami. You got a B, not bad at all. All right.
Okay, back to running back one time. If not, we'll grab our stack back for the future.
All right, you got Jaquavius Marks, Corey Kiner, Montrell Johnson, Mario Anderson.
Yikes.
And remember, Corey Harris is still there too.
Marks would be the guy. Jaquavius Woody Marks.
So what's his ranking on our board?
157.
So he's 157. Where's Jamari Harris, cornerback?
Harris is 128.
128. And then you said you wanted to look at linebacker too, right?
Yeah, I already know who I'm getting at linebacker. Well, let me just double check Teddy here.
Teddy Buchanan.
Teddy's 204.
Is he? Okay.
And Lindenberg is 330. So it'd be Sean or Teddy. See, why I wouldn't want to get another corner is I'm bringing in Jade. He's going to be starting or competing to start. Yeah, we have Keyshawn, we have Hobbs, we have potentially Ja. If not, Jade's ready to go. We have Carrington Valentine who played, Kobe King. We got Omar Brown back there. I know he played safety. We got Catan. We got Bullard stepping into the slot. I feel like there is a decent chunk in the secondary.
Good point, man.
We rebutted it with 3 safeties last draft.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't. I'm trying to build trenches in and outward.
Yeah, and listen, if you hadn't picked up Nate Hobbs, I would push back right here. But you got Nate Hobbs, so it's you're right, man. It's a crowded room. It's going to get crowded quick.
I like Stackbacker here.
Man, and Cody Simon would be the pick, but I just want to get my Cody Simon's 141 on our board.
Is he really?
Yes.
But boy, he doesn't have that Buffalo Bull next to him.
Horns up, baby. I think I'll take Cody Simon and just hope we pick up Sean and undrafted. We'll sign him first thing.
All right. That's the pick. Cody Simon out of Ohio State.
Yeah. Bring him home.
Boom, A+.
Look at this grade point average. Wow.
Absolutely nailed it, Emilio. Great draft, dude. Great draft. All right, we like to do this every mock draft we do. Let's just see how the first round shook out. Number 1, Shador Sanders again. This is so crazy. Travis Hunter, number 2. Will Johnson, 3. Kelvin Banks, 4. Mason Graham, 5. Tet McMillan, 6. Colston Loveland, 7. Cam Ward, 8. Will Campbell, 9. Abdul Carter, 10. Shamar Stewart, 11. Jalen Walker, 12. Josh Simmons, 13. Ashton Gianti, 14. Armand Mimbu, 15th. Derek Harmon went 16th. Donovan Ezaraku, 17. Matthew Golden, 18. Ty Warren, 19. Omarion Hampton, 20. Walter Nolan, 21. Mike Green, 22. Jade Barron, 23 to the Packers. I love that pick. Malachi Starks, 24. Michael Williams, 25. Luther Burden, 26. Kenneth Grant, 27. Gray Zabel, 28. Jahad Campbell went 29 to the Commanders. Azare Thomas, 30. Josh Connerly Jr., 31. And Nick Scourton, however you say the name, 32nd to the Eagles. And then when you look at Emilio's draft here, we ended up with the 23rd pick, again, Jahdae Barron, cornerback out of Texas. 54, you went TJ Sanders, defensive tackle out of South Carolina. 91, Torrey Horton, wide receiver out of Colorado State, after you traded back, right?
Yep.
Anthony Belton, offensive tackle out of NC State at 124. With the trade back, you picked up 129. You went and got Jared Ivey, edge defender out of Ole Miss. 198, Aronde Gasson the second, tight end out of Syracuse. 237, Simeon Barrell Jr., defensive tackle out of Miami. And then 250, you went Cody Simon in the 140s on our board. So you got him literally 100 picks in value according to our board. I don't know how that's a solid. That's a solid draft.
Appreciate it. We picked up 3 players that are on the top 30 visit board list.
That's good stuff.
I'm not mad at it. I think I probably could have cleaned up the middle a little bit, but I like that we got another pick right there before 130-ish, 150-ish, and kind of go from there.
What do you think about that draft, Tim?
My bad, I was muted. I think that was probably one of our best, honestly, so far. This is definitely in the top 3 runs right here for mocks that we've been doing the past few months. Nicely done there, GM, Mr. Excelio.
And Greg Ross makes a great point. If you were to really try to pick this draft apart and go, okay, here's where you screwed up, the only thing I can think of is not getting an extra offensive lineman. That's it. Other than that, you covered all the
Travis Glover's ready to play. Okay. We brought in a guard. I mean,
this guy's ready to play too.
Seriously.
Oh, man. I love Greg Ross said, you hurt me, Brett Excelio. I'm not getting another. Do we still got that drop, Tim? Please tell me we do. Did I get rid of it?
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, sure we do. Of course.
God, I love it. So good. All right. There you go. There's your mock draft for the night. Emilio, you crushed it, dude. Absolutely awesome. All right. Anything else, boys, before we wrap up?
No, nice work, man. Nice work tonight. That was a good mock. I love doing these exercises. We mixed it up a little bit, too. I like the trade. That was great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just like seeing different names where we're at kind of thing. Just random idea. But we've known Goody to kind of move around in those middle rounds before. That's when we picked up Williams, right, Evan? So it's a possibility.
Yeah. And I think we'll be all right with the 1-0 lineman. I really do. I mean, we picked up what's his name from the Niners? Banks.
Yep.
Right. Jordan Morgan, what would be an ideal scenario is if we had depth at tackle with Jordan Morgan, because Sean Ryan won the right guard job, and now we've got an outside guy. So I think it's a good draft, man.
Yeah, definitely. Completely agree. All right, guys, if you want to check out any of the content that we hit tonight that you've seen on the screen, the majority of that you can find in our Patreon group. If you go to patreon.com/PackerFan Total Access. Also, if you're a member of the $3 tier, we're going to be putting everybody's name on the Pinky Wheel of Fame and giving away an autographed Sean Ryan rookie card this Saturday. Okay. There's also going to be giveaways, draft